And I cannot encourage you enough to understand the importance of Christian love in evangelism. Okay? Evangelism was not meant to be performed apart from the context of love. They will know you by your love. And if they see you and they're not seeing love, they're not seeing Christ. Here's what happened. I was at a public speaking and debate tournament. I was on the forensics team. And we were going out to our first tournament. Anyone forensics debate? Good. Join it. It's awesome. That was my plug. So I'm on the first tournament for the year. And I'm going to the event. And we're all going to pick roommates. Okay? There's 4 guys on the team. There's me, a guy named David, a guy named Sarad, and another guy named Richard, but he calls himself Rashad. Okay? And to give you a good idea of Rashad, he called himself a Madonna with a RuPaul twist. To say he was a flaming homosexual would be an understatement. So, do the math. 4 guys, 3 heterosexuals, 1 homosexual, 2 rooms. David and I looked at each other and we're like, we're rooming together. And Sarad's like, thanks, guys. By the way, Sarad ended up spending the night with us. So, we went to evolutionary biology together. That was fun, by the way, because neither David nor I are atheists. We're very much against atheists. And our professor was definitely an atheist. And so she's sitting there teaching like the Greek taxonomy of various beings, like, you know, the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. So she's going through all that, and her hair, by the way, it advertises the fact that she's a lesbian atheist. I just said that. I didn't mean to say that. Can we strike that from any kind of record? I'm sure you can. Thank you very much. But so it was just kind of this crazy, like, coming at you, like, you can't look away, kind of like a car accident on someone's head, like, you know, and so David and I are sitting there, we can't listen to a word she's saying, we're just coming up with a taxonomy for her hair, you know, that's what we're doing. So we are like real friends.
Managed to squeeze this 240 pounds of awesomeness into the only garment in my wife's dresser stretchy enough to hold it.
James White, director of Alpha and Omega Ministries and an elder at the Phoenix Reformed Baptist Church.
Yeah. I suppose if you had 94 wives or however many wives it was that Brigham Young had, and we have had some enjoyment over the years looking at the pictures of Brigham Young's wives. Because let me tell you something. There were some really homely women in that picture. Oh my. I would be a heretic too if go ahead. What do you want to say? Because you know what I'm talking about.
Saying about how Russian women look like Russian men and wondering why that is. Russian women got a lot up on.
And it's amazing because you go to Salt Lake City and there's some very pretty ladies up there now, but there doesn't seem to have been back then. Or Brigham didn't meet them, one of the two. I don't know. They say, "Oh, you're being mean." No, folks, if you haven't taken the time to look at some of these ladies, oh my, I would have been a heretic if I had been married to 94 of them too. We got to give that man some leeway there at that.
Okay, well, let's continue on. You're saying I changed my stance? If you go back, he says, if you go back to the first 25 minutes, you will see you change the stance. I did not change my stance. In the first 25 minutes, I mentioned very clearly.
Okay, thank you. And now I just want to expose one thing. He's talking about being civil, and he makes a bigoted Arab accent of me at the start of his last thing. Yesterday, wasn't he talking about race with you? And now he makes a bigoted Arab accent, although I don't sound like that. Yesterday it was all about love. Today it's about mocking, and he's talking about being civil.
If you want bigotry, and many people with a Middle Eastern mindset confuse the loudness of the rhetoric and the temperature of the language used with demonstration of truth. So if you yell loud and you insult your opponent appropriately, you win. For Middle Eastern people, the volume of your voice is directly relevant to the confidence you have in expressing it. And things that we Westerners do not find at all convincing, a lot of Middle Easterners do find convincing.
But in a biblical society, in an Orthodox society, in a truly Catholic society, every fag would be rounded up and killed. But it's not going to happen. But believe me, when Jesus comes back, Jesus is going to kill all these sodomites. You're going to be praying to be living under a Catholic society of the Middle Ages, because when Jesus comes back, it's going to be a lot more brutal. He's going to find all you bastards, and he's going to slaughter every single one of you. Even the Bible says that the idolaters will hide all their idols in the caves. They'll bury their idols under the ground in terror of the Messiah.